all of these bullet points in detail very shortly. So I'm assuming, guys, that every single person on this call here is looking for the same things. You either admit that you're not happy with your current occupation or income level. You understand that starting an online business as a new stream of disposable income is the best way to supplement or replace your current income. And you want to learn the simplest and most profitable way to make online money without taking on a ton of risk and stress. If that is you guys, any of these bullet points, comment yes in the chat so I know what kind of audience I am dealing with. Awesome. Love it. Lots of yeses. Mina, Ariel, Jen, Linda. Awesome. Awesome. Lots of yeses in the chat, guys. Cool. So, excuse me. So these are some of our stores in the past few months. Okay, these are 6-figure online stores. So you could see here the first screenshot year to date. This was in 2024, $423,000. And I'm showing you guys different dates here, like 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. So you could see that this has been a very sustainable business. I've been doing this a very long time, since October of 2016, okay? So I put up some screenshots here so you could see. On the right screenshot, you could see April to June 2025, $248,000. Okay, from April 2022 to 2023 on this online store, $1 million. From May 1st to May 31st on this online store, we're looking at the third picture here, $130,000. And then from January to May on this online store, $605,000. And then I already went over the first one. Okay, so you guys can kind of see, been doing this a very long time. This isn't a pump and dump type of business. This is a sustainable business that once you learn the skill set, you're able to replicate it over and over and over again. And it's not just me, guys. I want to show you guys a lot of student results, because this is what's going to allow you to see what people are doing when they use the process and the system in the eCom Wolfpack, okay? You could see here Estelle, he's doing close to $4,000 per day with his online store. And you could see here Mentu, he did $16,000 in a month with $4,000 in profit with his online store. And these are people that are brand new. They never had started e-commerce in their life, okay? We have Michelle, who's doing $10,000 in literally a week, okay? So these are all people that are brand new using the eCom Wolfpack method. This is Reem, who's doing, if you look at the screenshot closely, $36,000 in little over a month. Brand new, has never done e-commerce before. Then we have Cameron, who's doing almost $2,000 a day, and close to, he said here in this screenshot, he hit $627 in profit in one day. So he's doing around that for his online store. So again, here's what you're going to learn tonight. Everything you'll learn in the next 60 minutes. How to find a bulletproof essential product that has real world benefits, how to curate a high value branded experience for your customers, how to profitably make sales by using paid advertising without burning through a bunch of money, and how to maximize your AOV or average order value and returning customer rates, and how to scale to $15,000 in sales and beyond. Comment me if you guys are ready to dive in and you're excited to learn. Awesome. Lots of me's. Love it, guys. Cool. So let's get to it. So real quick, guys, before I want to explain why am I hosting this call, okay? I'm hosting this call because every single day I get so many damn DMs asking me, I've been trying e-commerce for months. I haven't gotten to 5,000 in sales yet. What am I doing wrong? How are you consistently finding winning products to scale? Can you help me with my ads? And every other question in between. And while I'd love to answer everyone, I physically just can't because there's just way too many, guys. So I decided to host an all-in-one masterclass to cover all of this and more. So what is this information worth? Obviously, you didn't pay anything to be here, right? This is a free training, but this information is what's directly responsible for me taking home over $60,000 profit per month, every single month. So it's safe to say that this information is valuable. I used to charge $1,500 for a 1-hour one-on-one call before I stopped doing them. And if I'm being honest, guys, people tend not to value what they get for free. So let's pretend you paid $1,500 to be on this call today. I want you to take notes, participate, and most importantly, take action as if you guys paid that much, okay? So remember, this is what students in the community are doing. This stuff works. We have this student here who's doing $4,000 per day. So before we start, I have a simple challenge for you. For the next 60 minutes, I need you to give me your full attention. Close out all of those other tabs, turn off your phone, put it on silent, take notes, stay until the end of the call for the live Q&A so you guys have an opportunity to ask me questions. And remember, this is for your benefit. Take it all in and put it into action. And really quick, guys, I want to learn a little bit about you. This is going to help me a lot. What's your experience in e-commerce? Okay, number one, never even heard of it. You have zero experience. 2, you know about it, but have never really tried. 3, you've tried before, but got lost and gave up. 4, you've made your first sale, but success fizzled out. And 5, you're seeing success. You just want to scale further. I want you to comment 1 through 5 on what you are represents you the most. Okay. Comment 1 through 5. Okay, awesome. 1, 2, 4, 2. Awesome. Cool. That gives me a basis, guys. It allows me to understand who's in here and how to better give you guys the information and how to deliver it. So my next question for you guys is, what is your income goal with this business? Okay. 1, you want to make a couple thousand per month. 2, you want to make around $5,000 per month. 3, you want to make $10,000 per month. Or 4, you want to make multiple 6 figures next year in profit. Comment 1 through 4 in the chat on what best represents what you are looking to achieve with this business, guys. Awesome. 1, 4, 3. Awesome. So a lot of high achievers here. I love it. Lots of 4s. All right. Majority of 4s. We have some 3s. Okay. So you guys are looking to go big or go home. All right. I love it, guys. Love it. So one thing I want you guys to ask yourself, okay, what is your action threshold? We're called the Ecom Wolf Pack. I'm called the Ecom Wolf, right? The reason is because wolves have something called pack coordination, which means they take action quickly, coordinating to take down their prey as fast as possible, okay? So what is your action threshold? Are you the type of person that takes action right away, or are you a procrastinator, i.e. a sheep? Okay, so put 1 or 2. Are you a sheep or a wolf, guys? Are you an action taker or a procrastinator? Put that in the chat, 1 or 2. 2. 2s, we've got some 1s, 2s, 1s. Majority 2s. Okay, awesome. Majority 2s. Awesome. Okay. So now let's get into the training, guys. Please, guys, save all your questions for the end, okay? I will get to the Q&A. We will get to the Q&A, and you'll be able to ask me anything. So please save your questions. Write them down. So why e-commerce, okay? I know that these days there's so many different millions of different businesses online that you could be starting. And I'm sure you guys hear about them all over social media. So that begs the question, why should you be starting in e-commerce? There are a ton of reasons why e-commerce is the best business model that you could be starting these days. And I want to cover them really quickly because you guys have to understand why you're getting into something, right? Number 1, we ride tailwinds. When you're starting a business, you basically rig the odds in your favor when you start a business where the industry is exploding. And that's exactly what's happening with e-commerce, guys. Since 2020, since the pandemic, people are buying more stuff online than ever before. And there's zero sign of that slowing down. I want you to take a look at the graph. Okay, you could see here from 2013 all the way to 2024, how much every year e-commerce is exploding, right? Look at 2020, it went crazy, okay? From 2020, 2017, 2018, 2019, it exploded in 2020, and now it just continually keeps growing and growing. It's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Reason number 2, advertising is actually getting easier. Maybe you've always been scared to run paid advertising and risk your hard-earned money, guys. That actually used to be me when I first started. But the truth is, AI and the social media algorithms are super powerful, and they have made advertising more user-friendly than ever before. So you're getting in at the perfect time when it comes to profitably getting customers, guys, okay? Super powerful algorithms. Basically, Facebook will hand feed you buyers, okay, based on its algorithm. That's something you got to understand. And I'm sure you guys understand it, because if you think about it, when you're scrolling on your phones on Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, you'll be talking about something to someone, or you'll be searching something on Google, or you'll be searching something on Facebook, and all of a sudden you're getting a bunch of ads for that particular product or service. That's how powerful the algorithm is. And I know for sure that you guys have experienced this, because everybody has, okay? So that's what I mean by a super powerful algorithm. It basically learns and optimizes and starts understanding who is going to buy from you. And it keeps feeding those ads to those people. And then you keep scaling your store and growing it. Number 3, guys, you own a skill set, okay? Here's the thing about e-commerce you guys need to understand, okay? Once you do it once, you own that skill set forever. Nobody can take that knowledge away from you. Launching new stores with new products becomes second nature once you're comfortable. So you'll be able to easily replicate your success across multiple online stores when you learn it once, okay, guys? So it only takes once. You learn it, you become successful, and you can replicate it over and over and over, okay? There is no limit. And number 4, guys, you get ahead of consumer behavior. This sort of, ties into the first reason, but the world is moving to where things will almost exclusively be sold online instead of in-store. I mean, you guys have seen a bunch of stores closing, right? Macy's has closed so many of their stores, right? Sears, JCPenney, Best Buy. I mean, there's so many stores that have closed, right? Because they're shifting to more online. When you learn e-commerce now, you're positioning yourself to become an e-commerce expert as the world continues to expand in that direction. Imagine becoming a social media expert in 2008, guys. How much money would you have been able to make over the past 2 decades if you sold that expertise to the market? Okay? Just think about that for a minute. So with that being said, guys, let's get right into the training. I'm going to teach you how you can start and scale your e-commerce business in the next 90 days. Comment me if you guys are ready to dig in. Let's go. Me. Let's go, guys. Let's get some more me's. Let's go. Who's ready? Who's pumped? Awesome. Love it. Exploding. Let's go. All right. Step 1, guys. There's a couple puzzle pieces when it comes to e-commerce. I want you to understand that. And the first puzzle piece is finding bulletproof, essential products that people are going to buy from you. This is the step that the majority of people quit on because they just don't understand it. So the good news is if you can nail product research, then you're already ahead of the majority of your competition. Here's the thing that you need to understand about product research. It's not about blindly testing dozens of products, guys. It's about using clear criteria and data to find good products that have longevity and filter out the bad ones, okay? That's super important. Make sure you're taking notes, guys. In order, guys, to develop the eye that you need to understand what you're looking for when it comes to product research, you need to have specific criteria for every product that you look at. So that way you know if it's a winner or a loser. So here's some of the criteria to start with, okay? You need proof of concept. Okay. If it's selling on another platform, store, social media, etc., you need proof of concept. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. 2, you need real world benefits. This product has to solve a problem. These are recession proof products. Products that solve a problem are recession proof. Okay. We're not selling fidget spinners, viral toys, t-shirts, or anything like that. We are selling products that solve everyday problems for consumers. You also want to have an average order of at least $100, which makes it much easier to scale with your ads. And you also want to have high quality products. This will always make life easier, guys. We're not selling cheap, crappy products. This isn't a pump, like I said, a pump and dump type of business. You are building a sustainable business that's going to last you a lifetime until you decide to sell it. All right. So now that you have your criteria, hopefully you guys wrote it down, you need to find a place where you can find these products, right? Where you don't have to spend too much time doing it. Okay. And that's where we utilize AI. Okay. So there's couple places where you could do product research. My favorite place to do product research is CaloData. That's an AI tool, and I'm going to demonstrate it, okay? So there's other ways, obviously, to do product research, but I want to show you guys how to do product research utilizing my favorite AI software, CaloData, all right? So I'm going to switch my screen to CaloData. Make sure here. So this is CaloData, guys. This is an AI software. Excuse me. This is an AI software that integrates with TikTok, and it allows you to see the products that are exploding on TikTok Shop. Now, we're not selling on TikTok Shop, okay? We are utilizing CaloData to see what products are exploding on TikTok so we can go and sell those products on an untapped platform, which is Facebook or Meta ads. Okay. And that's how we're able to scale to hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars with our e-commerce stores. Okay. So let me demonstrate here. If you look on the left, you could see different filters for CaloData. I could do last 30 days, last 7 days. It doesn't matter. I can pick a category if I want to, and there's some other filters. So I'm going to demonstrate the easiest way that you guys can use this. So you guys can actually go and use it, right? I like to keep things as simple as possible. So as you can see here, there's a revenue column here, right? It's telling me how much these products have made in the last 30 days, okay, on TikTok. So this has made 5 million in the last 30 days, 3 million, 2 million, 2.4, 2, so on and so forth, okay? When I'm starting on CaloData, I like to start on page 4 or 5. I don't like to look at products in 1, 2, 3, not because they're oversaturated or anything, because I like to find what I call pocket products that maybe, people aren't like noticing. So what I do is I start on page 4 or 5 and I'm looking for these products. Okay. So let's scroll through and look together, because we're doing, like I said, live product research. All right. So I'm going to keep going. Let's look here. Let's see. I don't like selling any kind of consumable, guys, supplements, face creams, or anything like that. Especially if you're a beginner, those are going to be much harder products to get into, okay? So I like to keep it super simple with products that I know that are going to explode from the get-go. And another thing you guys want to think about when you're doing product research is, does the product solve an insecurity? Not just a problem, does it also solve an insecurity? Those are 2 questions you could ask yourself. Does it solve a problem? Does it solve an insecurity? Okay. Let's scroll, keep going. There's a lot of good products here. This is a really good product, 571,000 in the last 30 days. It's a mattress vacuum. This is a great product as well. Let me keep going here. Let's see what we got. Looking for a product to demonstrate for you guys to make it as easy as possible to understand. So Let's see. All right, let's look at, I mean, this is a good product. It's a vibration plate. Let me see what else we got. If you guys look here, there's hundreds of thousands of pages for product research, right? That's what the beauty there. You can never run out of products to sell. Like there's always a huge demand and there's always products that you could sell online. Okay, here's an awesome product here. It's a self-cleaning cat litter box. Okay, let me click on this product real quick. It's made $362,000 in the last 30 days. Okay, interesting product. And if I scroll down here, it also shows me all the ads and videos that have made the most amount of money for this product. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, okay, is I want to make sure that I can get this product for a good price and I could also sell it for a good price. Because if we're selling products that are $100 plus, we want to make sure we have at least a 50% profit margin. If we're selling products under $100, we want to make sure we have an 80% profit margin. So obviously this product is over $100. Now, this isn't the right price. This is how much they're selling on TikTok Shop. We want to compare it, we want to compare it to how much other online stores, Shopify stores are selling it for. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google. Okay, and I'm going to put in self-cleaning cat litter box. Okay, and I'm going to be able to see different online stores. You could tell this is an online store, right? Lilo Pets, Litter Robot, selling it for $700, $269, $299, $299, $700. Okay, let's see, $309, $380, $250. Right? I want to look at the average about how much I could sell this product for, okay? $400, $700, $550. Okay, and I don't want to be the cheapest one and I don't want to be the most expensive, but I want to be a luxury brand, a sustainable, really good brand, right? $550, $550. Okay. So I would probably sell this between $450 to $700. So I would probably honestly pick, I would just add 700 plus 450 and divide it by 2. Let me see what that is real quick. I think my phone just died. Let me use the calculator. Let me see. So 700, okay, plus 450 divided by 2. So I'm going to sell it for $575. Okay, I'm taking the average of the expensive to the medium, adding them and divided by 2. So $575. So next, I want to see how much can I get this product for. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to AliExpress. Now, I don't use AliExpress to dropship. We don't use them, but it's a good way to find out really quick how much you can get a product for. So I'm going to put self-cleaning cat litter box. Okay. 189, 131. So there's different kinds, right? This one looks like the one that I would want to sell. 189, 162. Okay. So I'm just going to say, let's just say 190. All right. Let's go on the high end. So I'm going to pull out my calculator. So what I'm going to do, let me see if you guys can, no, you guys can't see my calculator. Okay. Well, you guys can pull out your calculator and do this with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 575. Okay. What I was selling, what I want to sell the product for about. And I'm going to subtract 190, which is the cost of the product. Okay, that gives me 385. Then I'm going to divide 385 by 575. Okay, that's a 67% profit margin. So this tells me perfect. It's over. I could sell for over 100. Okay, and it's at a 67% profit margin. It's over 50%. So absolutely, this is a go product. Okay. Absolutely, yes. Solves a problem. Move back here. Solves a problem. It's making a lot of money. Okay. Another thing I could do is I could put in here self-cleaning litter box. Actually, let me just put litter box. Make it more broad. And I could see all the other brands that are making a lot of money with this product. Okay. So again, you could do that too. So that's how you conduct product research, guys. All right. You use Google to find other online stores to look at how much they're selling it for, take the average, what you could sell it for. You don't want to be the most expensive. You don't want to be the cheapest, okay? And then what you do is you find out how much you can get it about from the supplier, calculate the profit margin. If it's over 50%, you're good to go. If the product sells for under 100 and you're at 80%, you're good to go, okay? That's how you conduct proper product research. Let me go back to... All right. So now that you understand how we use AI to conduct product research, as you saw, I'm analyzing data on Callow data, right? That's how you find products. You're not going to play a guessing game. You're going to follow data, and that is how you are going to conduct product research. Now, let me tell you from experience, guys, building your stores around the right products is very important. After all, it's literally the backbone of your entire business. If you pick an amazing product, your ads will convert better, you'll have better profit margins, and it's going to be easier to scale, and you're going to have less refunds and headaches, all right? Now, but on the other hand, guys, if you pick the wrong products, you are going to be left with endless headaches and refunds, okay? Cheap, crappy products. Unhealthy profit margins, which make it really impossible to grow your online store. And you're going to be wasting a lot of money on ads because nobody wants that product. I've made this mistake, guys, before, and it is not fun, all right? So learn how, I showed you how to pick products, use that strategy, okay? Now, step 2, we talked about product research and finding products. Step 2 is how to curate a high-value branded experience. One of the biggest things that has changed with e-commerce over the years, guys, is that you need to create more trust with your buyers to scale. Typically, this is done by having a high-value branded experience around your product and also having a high-value offer. So don't worry. You still don't need to be some expert website designer or anything like that, guys. You don't need coding, development. That's why we love AI. It just requires you to really understand how to utilize AI and how to make your, website look branded. Now, main things to consider when building your online store, guys, you have to have congruency. Okay, the vibe of the brand has to match the target customer and product itself. All right. You also have to have great photos that are useful and actually sell the product. And a lot of times you could just get those from suppliers and you can create those on Canva. You want to have lots of reviews and social proof, which you could easily use Judge.me app. Which basically uploads a bunch of reviews when you're first starting so you don't look like a newbie, right? Everything runs smoothly, quickly to reduce drop-off store visitors. You don't want to have pop-ups and upsells and this and too much going on your online store when you're first starting. You could start adding things later on, guys. Simple is better. And in your copy, focus on the benefits of the product. Nobody gives a shit about the features, how much it weighs, how long it is, what it's made of. People want to know what it's going to do for them. How is it going to make their life easier? All right. Now, the good news is there's ways to leverage AI, like I said, and software to make this entire process smooth and effortless, guys. For our students, we give them a drag and drop software that allows them to build high converting stores in just a few hours. I'm going to show you some examples of these stores, guys. All right. So this is the first online store that I want to show you. Okay. This is a product that they're using the same exact strategy. Okay. That I showed you. Okay. So if I go to Callow data here and put in Pilates. Okay. So they made $108,000 in the last 30 days, 75,000, 44,000. But actually, this website is making way more money than any of those TikTok shops, okay? Because they have an excellent offer. They have a excellent branding. They have everything, right? So they're offering the price at a product at a premium price of $150, okay, $149.95. But they have an excellent offer. With that $149.95, you get these 4 gifts, okay? You get free shipping. You get a 1-year warranty, 99-day returns. And look, you could get your dream body in just 15 minutes a day, okay? This is an example of a website that is absolutely crushing it. And the way that I know they're crushing it, right, is you could easily go, guys, to on similarweb.com. I'm going to show you real quick. Give me 1 second. And if I go to, so if I go to this SimilarWeb, I can go to type in any URL that I want. And I'm able to see how many visitors did they get in the last month. 118,000. So the average conversion rate for an e-commerce store worldwide, right, is 1%. But we're not getting 1% conversion rate, right? We usually get between 3 to 5% conversion rates. Some days are even higher at 7%, but I'm talking about average on month-to-month basis, right? So if we take, okay, if we're even conservative and we take 118,000 visitors, okay, that they have, and we multiply that by 2%, the lowest they probably have a 3 to 5% conversion rate, but this, I'm just making it easy, right? Being conservative. That's 2,360 sales in a month. If we multiply that by 150, they're doing, okay, $354,000 per month, okay? Way more than any TikTok shop or any of that, because they're utilizing paid traffic, Facebook ads, and they're using an untapped platform. Okay, so those are things that you want to think about. And you have to understand, they are branded, right? It doesn't look like a drop shipping store. This looks like a branded store. You're buying like a premium freaking product, you know? So those are things you want to look at, okay? There's even, this isn't the only online store that is selling that product, right? There's many online stores, but here's another one. Similar offer, right? Except they're doing 6 free gifts, selling it for $140,000. Okay. Again, very branded, right? Very, very branded. They didn't reinvent the wheel, these guys, right? They saw what was working from that online store and they just changed some things, made it different, right? The copy's different and stuff, different offer, and they launched, right? And they're crushing it too. So let me show you guys real quick. If I go to SimilarWeb, so this one tells me 26,000 last year they had. So if we do the same calculation, 26,000, okay, times 2%, 520 times 140, they're doing almost $80,000 per month, right? And they're a newer store. Okay, they just basically followed what's working and launched the same product. So again, that's just showing you guys that there's room for everybody in the space. Okay. Let me go back here. What the heck happened? Okay. So again, we use the same. Those stores that I showed you, we use the same like drag and drop templates so your online store can look branded and seamless and has it's going to have a high conversion rate, okay? Because it's important what your store looks like. You can't have a shitty store or a website, all right? So now step 3, right? We talked about product research. We talked about brain fart, talking about too many things. Product research and website optimization. Right now, we're going to be talking about, guys, properly running paid advertising. So this is going to be the bread and butter of how you actually make profit and sales with your e-commerce stores, guys. This is going to be a very important step that you have to understand and you have to learn. When it comes to actually running the advertising, AI and the constant upgraded social media platforms have made this much easier. Facebook and Instagram have updated their advertising algorithms to help you minimize the actual time that you'll spend running ads, guys. So your main job is to find the ads that are going to convert for your product. Excuse me. So real quick, I want to show you guys something real quick before I go into that. Something that's just the same strategy we use, right? So let's go back to that. What is the product that I picked earlier? Yeah, the cat litter box. Hold on. One sec, guys. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. All right. So if I click on it, all right, and I scroll down, this is going to show me the videos and ads that are performing the best for this product. All I have to do, guys, is basically take this content. Hold on, I'm going to, let me mute this. No, it won't let me. So all I got to do, guys, is take this content, okay, utilize AI like Eleven Labs and make it my own, keep the viral component and launch all of these as ads. They're already making money. Why are you going to reinvent the wheel? This is the best way to start when you're testing a product, okay? So again, that just goes to shows proof of concept. Don't reinvent the wheel, guys. All right. Wait, did I show you guys that? Hold on, I didn't show you, my bad. Again, these are the videos that I was talking about. So 129,000 last 30 days, 53,000, 44, 30. All I'm going to do is just replicate these videos, right? I'm going to take the content that's performing, make it a little bit different, maybe put a voiceover using AI. You know, there's different things that you could do that we teach that utilizes so your ads can actually convert. There's no need to reinvent the wheel, okay? So like I talked about before, this comes down to actually having a desirable product, right? Once you have a desirable product, selling it becomes much easier, okay? If you have a garbage product, it's going to be very, very hard to sell. You're not going to sell it. It's going to be hard and you're going to want to quit, okay? So if you just choose a desirable product, guys, that actually solves a real world problem, your job gets so much easier on the ad side. Oops. So as I mentioned, guys, you need to take inspiration. This is what I was showing you from your competitors. Okay, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Okay, here's the reason why. Your competitors have spent money already testing various ads, and they've now landed on the ads that are currently running and making them a lot of money. If you see the ads often, it means there's a lot of spend behind it. Or if you see the ads making a lot of money on Callow data, okay, that means it's working really well. Why else would they be putting a ton of spend behind it? All right. So by taking inspiration from your competitors, you basically take the shortcut because you let them do all of the testing and you just take their current version and make it better, as I said. So how do we make their creatives better? Okay. We do good scroll stopping hooks. We do engaging visuals, real life demo of how the product works. Angle will hit a pain point. We also do social proof. Okay. We also do voiceovers utilizing AI. Okay. And I'm going to show you another thing. We're going to look at some e-com ads. All right. Let me show you real quick. So real quick, this isn't a Facebook ad library. I could see all the ads that a brand is running. Okay. So what I'm going to do, we talked about the cat litter box, right? So I'm going to look up, I want to see here, I'm sharing this tab now. Litter robot. Okay. This seems like a brand that is, so I'm going to look them up. Litter robot. Okay. Let me see. All right, litter robot. Let's see. Okay, this seems to be them. So I looked them up, okay, on the ad library. They have 190 ads running right now, okay? And I could see what I could do. Actually, let me view here. One sec. They have more than that. Give me 1 second, guys. Is it? All right, here we go. So I could see here all the ads that they're running, and I could scroll all the way down, guys, all the way down. And I want to see what ads have been running the longest, because that's going to tell me what ads are actually making them a lot of money. The ads that are running the longest, you're not going to keep an ad running long if it's not making you money. It's just common practice, common sense. Okay. So here's one. All right. It's been running since October 3rd, 2024. Here's another one since November 2024. So again, this is an AI voiceover. You could just tell right away. They're probably using 11 Labs. Again, you could see here all the ads that they're running, right? And I can look up other competitors if I want. I could just put self-cleaning litter box. Okay, and I could press enter, and it's going to show me the products, okay, that people are running. I'm going to look for, you know, branded stores, obviously. Let's see, Pet Snowy. Okay, let's see, view ads. So I'm seeing here, that's another AI voiceover. So let's look when they started running these ads, April 16, 2025. Right? So they've been running April, May, June, July, August. Since 4 months they've been running ads. They launched 4 months ago, right? And they're still running ads. So obviously they're making money. Okay. It's common sense. You're not going to run ads for 4 months, guys, if you're not making money. Again, you could see what ads are performing, which ones have been running the longest, right? You could do that with any brand, any product, any of that. Okay. So that's super important. You are looking at your competition. You are seeing what ads are running, what pain points are they hitting. You know, these are all things that are super important when you are about to launch your ads on Meta, okay? So I want to make sure, guys, you guys are understanding everything so far. Does it make sense, okay? We talked about product research, website optimization, and ads. I want you to comment yes if everything is making sense on how everything comes together as a puzzle piece to become a profitable online store. Comment yes if you think so, if this is making sense to you. Awesome. Yes, yes. It's going to get a little drink. Yes. Okay. Awesome. So I'm glad everything is making sense to you guys. That tells me that I'm explaining it really good. Props to me. No, but all right. So step 4. Okay. Maximizing your paid ads. Okay. Of course, the goal is to be profitable on the front end. You spend X amount of dollars and are in profit within a few days span. But where you really start to make even more money, guys, is by maximizing these customers that you're paying for. Again, this all boils down to having a good product because you want them to be satisfied on their first purchase so they can spend even more money with you. But when it comes to maximizing these customers, how do we do it? That's the big question. Okay. 1, email marketing. Writing simple emails with AI to your customers to try and get them to buy again. Okay. Upsells and cross sells and post-purchase upsells. Okay. Having complementary products or different SKUs that you can get them to buy. Okay. Retargeting customers on ads. Okay. You can create custom audiences and retarget customers, people that added to cart, initiated checkout, went on your website that didn't buy. You could retarget them. You're easily able to do this, guys, so you could bring them back to your page and they can buy. You also want to test new prices. Okay. Believe it or not, sometimes products convert better at higher prices because the perceived value to the consumer is higher. So try and test new offers, guys, and price points. Stop thinking about this person is selling it for $50. That means I can't sell it for $100. You can, okay? I just started a new store and I'm selling it for $160 a product, all right? And it's being sold on Amazon for $50. And we already smacked, if you guys saw my story yesterday, we already hit $2,000 a day with the product. You can go look at my Instagram story right now. I posted a story yesterday explaining this and showing you the brand new store. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, check it out, all right? When you're able to be profitable on the front end, guys, and make more money from the store visitors that land on your page, it just gives you even more profit margins, more money, which means you can scale your store even faster and harder. This is what allows you to get to $1,000 a day, $10,000 a day, and so on and so forth. It's all about building the right foundation around your first winning product and then making the right tweaks after. So once you guys apply my steps 1 through 4, you're well on your way to doing $15,000 in sales, okay? That's going to be about $4,000 to $6,000 in profit, okay? It's super simple to get to that point once you follow all the steps and the process that I outlined in this training. If you haven't reached it yet, it's just a matter of testing new ads, testing new offers for your product, and testing new branding and aesthetics. But don't get it wrong, guys. Scaling to 15,000 is, like I said, is very easy when you have the right foundation, systems, and strategies. Now, I'm assuming most of you would be ecstatic to have made 15,000 with your store. But for those of you that are even more ambitious, you can continue to scale your stores, or you can just replicate the entire process with a new product and scale that one. Okay. Or create a new store in a different niche. There's so many things you could do and so many ways you could start building wealth and money with e-commerce. This is what I meant when I said you're going to develop a skill set, not just start a store, right? Once you have the skill, no one can take it away from you. You can continue to replicate it. Okay. So you'll be able to make money online as long as people are buying products, which is obviously forever, guys. It's never going to go away. You and I know that. So all my students, guys, follow the same process. Jonathan, who's doing $1,000 a day. This student here who wanted to remain anonymous is doing $140,000 in literally 3 months. You could see January to March on the bottom. Okay. Again, we have another student here doing almost $3,000 a day. And then another one, Jimmy, doing almost $4,000 a day. We have Lucy, who's in the UK, who's doing $1,000 a day. And this student who literally just started doing $1,000 a day, you could see here, sales freaking finally, felt like a failure for 2 hours, asked, got help, and now I have 3 sales by 2 p.m. after 2 weeks of 0 sales. So just following the process and getting it right. Look at that conversion rate at 6%. So this is what the Ecom Wolfpack method did for me, guys, okay? It made it changed my life in an extreme way. My story starts back in 2010 when I was making $44,000 a year as a manufacturing scientist. I got my degree in biology. I hated the job and eventually ended up getting fired for showing up late too many times. I was just not motivated to go to work. And I knew that I needed a change, all right? I bounced around across a bunch of different jobs, guys, whether it be sales, working for the Department of Education, just many different jobs that range between 30 to 35K a year. These are jobs that I hated. There was always a hostile work environment going on, a boss on their high horse, wanting to like control everything and just giving you just hell when you're at work, right? Until I eventually ended up unemployed, guys, and on food stamps. That's how bad it was. And this was probably the worst stretch of my life. And it's when I realized I needed massive change in order to change where my life was going. I thought then I became a real estate agent. I thought, oh, this is going to allow me to make a lot of money and have the freedom that I want. But I quickly learned how much effort went into this career and how inconsistent the pay was. I was always hitting the pavement. I was always on the phone. I was always doing that stuff. And I always relied on other people. Like people had to either buy or sell a house in order for me to make money, right? So that didn't last long either. My first real taste of success, guys, was in 2016. That's when October 2016, this is when I started my first e-commerce business on Amazon. I actually started on Amazon, believe it or not, if you guys don't know that. I got up to $30,000 per month in profit with Amazon, bought my first house, retired my parents, the whole 9 yards, and then it all came crashing down like a ton of bricks. All right. My Amazon business, guys, went down from $30,000 a month profit to $4,000 a month. I had a mortgage of close to $3,000, not including utility bills and not including the allowance I was giving my parents because I retired them. Okay. So it was shitty, really bad. That's when I realized a light bulb went off that I didn't want my income to be in the hands of any third party, whether it be Amazon, real estate client, eBay, Etsy, a boss, any of that shit. I needed full control of my business so I can do what I needed to do and bring it to where I wanted to bring it without having any third-party influence where they can go and fuck things up for me. Okay. So I pivoted from Amazon to my own e-commerce store, Shopify, just like I taught you guys. And it changed my life. All right. Around 2020, I had finally cracked the code, bought my first dream car, rental properties, etc. But most importantly, I owned this e-commerce skill set. For the first time ever, I felt like I had a real secure source of income that I could control. If I wanted more money, I could easily start making more money because I own the skill set, right? I finally owned it. And I knew that that was like the end all be all, right? No one could take it away from me. So years later, I stuck to in the same lane because obviously I saw that it was just successful. It's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry, right? It was the best path that I ever took. And there was no way in it like going down. Like there was no way e-commerce was going to go down. Okay. Once I realized this, I invested in a bunch of mentorships to accelerate my growth. And now I've been able to do $62,000 per month take home, month to month. Some months it's a little less, some months it's a little more, but that's the average. Okay. And the good news is I made all the mistakes that you guys can think of when it comes to trying different businesses and careers. And now you can just learn from my mistakes. All right. So do you all see how simple it is to get to your first $15,000 with your online store? Comment yes if you guys do. I want to see where you guys are at. Yes, yes. Awesome. 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 Love it. Okay. Cool. So do you think this training, guys, it's a question, it's important for me because it helps me improve too. Do you think this training helped you get clarity about what you need to do to get to where you want to get? Just answer yes or no. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Here's my honest thoughts, guys. And I want you guys to really please pay close attention. This is really important. This information is worth its weight in gold. And I'll stand by that because it's changed my life and so many others. But with that being said, knowing how to do something is very different than actually being able to do it. It's the same thing as getting in shape. Coming up with the workout and nutrition plan isn't the hard part, guys. The hard part is actually showing up every day to the gym and doing what's needed while also being able to push yourself. A real big lesson that I've learned since starting my business is how important momentum is. When it feels like things are going well, you need to hit the gas. Okay, you need to hold on to that momentum like your life depends on it. And right now you have a ton of momentum just by sitting through this entire training. You now understand exactly what you need to do to be able to make 6 figures with your e-commerce business. But your biggest mistake would be, guys, to wake up tomorrow and put it off. The next week rolls around and you start trying a little bit. Next month rolls around and you found a couple products that might be winners. And before you know it, it's first quarter of 2026 and you still haven't made a sale. If I'm being honest, this is how 90% of you will end up using the information I just gave you. And going back to the fitness analogy, the way to ensure that you see progress is to hire a trainer, guys. There's reasons why even the most elite athletes still hire trainers. Do you think that Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, all those people that are just crazy good did not have mentors or trainers? No. Look it up. Everyone that's been successful, every actor, actress, it doesn't matter where you're at, what career-wise, everyone has had a mentor or trainer because they know they're human and won't feel like showing up some days. So they are proactive about it and hire the best help they can to ensure that they make progress every day. When it comes to starting your business, guys, I know that most of you are very busy. You have your current job, your family, kids, all of your other responsibilities. I know that starting your e-commerce business might not be your number one priority every day. But here's the thing I realized after scaling my own e-commerce businesses past 7 figures a year. I realized that scaling e-commerce businesses is simple, but it's not easy. And at this point, I understood that I had a talent for growing e-commerce businesses. And I took on a few students as my initial batch of mentees. And these were some of our results. You could look at the dates, guys. I've been doing this a very long time. This is May to June 2021, $100,000. Okay. This was September. The second picture was month to date. It was September 1st to the 30th of 2022. Okay, not 21. That's comparing it to 21. That's 73,000. Okay, Then the next one, December 17th to 19th, 8,000. These are all student stores that I took on, okay? From there, I turned the service into its own business. Our entire goal is to work directly with you to help you start and scale your e-commerce business in the next 90 days. We even stand by this promise. If you don't generate, at least 15,000 in sales, I continue to work with you until you hit that number. But if I'm being honest, for anyone who actually gives it their best shot while working with us, they typically reach 50,000 without much difficulty. So now you have to decide, guys, do you want to take everything I showed you and hope that you can figure it out, every little thing for yourself? Or do you just want me and my team to do the heavy lifting for you? You need to ask yourself that. So that way you can avoid all the stress and headaches that comes with starting your business. If you want the fast track to success, comment me in the chat, guys. Comment me in the chat. Me. Bought some meats. Okay, cool. Awesome. I want you guys to know I've lost so much money. It's not even funny. Let me tell you, I've lost an uncomfortable amount. Bad products, ads that I was running incorrectly, getting burned by suppliers. Of course, it was all worth it because now I've scaled past 7 figures with multiple stores. But to be honest, it would have been much cheaper in hindsight to just hire a mentor from the beginning. Plus, I probably would have hit my goal so much sooner. What I wish I would have done, guys, is I hard committed to this business model and stopped distracting myself with other side hustles. Gotten a mentor from day one to hold my hand through the entire process and ensure that I waste as little money as possible while also pushing me to stay accountable. Scale that store until I feel content with the cash flow, and then replicate the same process for my next store. This is the steps I wish I would have taken. And now I'm going to give you the opportunity to do exactly what I wish I would have done. With that in mind, guys, because like I said, I created an entirely new business to help people just like you scale their first e-commerce business. It helps so much because we're still running and growing our stores in real time. So you get to see exactly what we're doing and then have us help you apply it to your business. So essentially, instead of you taking the risk on new products, new ad strategies, and new offers, you let us do the testing for you and then tell you what to do. And then you just apply it and profit off of it for your online store. I just want to clarify, guys, this opportunity will not be for everyone, and that is perfectly fine, all right? This is only for people who are very serious about making massive change in their lives over the next 90 days. Maybe only 10% of you on this call. Who is this not intended for, okay? If you're not 100% sure that you want to start an online business, this isn't for you. If you're not willing to put in 5 to 10 hours a week minimum to implement what we teach you, this isn't for you. If you're not coachable or accountable and don't see the point in investing in coaching from a 7-figure mentor, then this isn't for you. If you're not looking to change your financial situation in the next 90 days, then this isn't for you. And if you don't have a minimum of $2,000 USD on hand to invest in coaching and starting up your e-commerce business, then guys, this is not for you, all right? Who is this really for? If you're committed to starting your online business with us over the next 90 days, this is for you. If you're ready to change your financial situation once and for all, this is for you. If you're ready to follow our lead and dedicate 5 to 10 hours a week into implementing what we teach you, this is for you. And if you're ready to invest in yourself and your business and have a minimum of $2,000 USD to invest in startup costs, ads, etc., then this is for you, guys. But because you're on this call, you're not just getting into our program at the standard rate. Because you're on this call, I'm going to give you a special offer that we aren't offering to anyone else, guys. But you need to fill out your application to get into the Ecom Wolfpack tonight. So what you guys are getting is I'm giving away $1,000 scholarships towards your tuition, okay? No matter which package you end up choosing, you'll get $1,000 scholarship towards your tuition. Now, these scholarships are limited. I can't give them to everybody, all right? So if you're looking for $1,000 scholarship towards your tuition, then I suggest you apply because this will not be available outside of this training, all right? Number 2, I'm going to give you access to my 7-figure case study where I show you every single thing I did for one of my stores that went from $0 to $100,000 per month in 30 days. Okay, I'm going to show you the store, the product, everything. That's on top of the standard package. What you get in the eCom Wolfpack coaching program, guys, is lifetime access to our in-depth curriculum showing you every single step of our tried and true eCom Wolfpack method so you can replicate these results for yourself effortlessly. You get 6 live coaching calls every week so that you have zero confusion or uncertainty as you start and scale the business. You also get full hands-on support with product research, branding, website optimization, marketing, and everything in between. You also get direct access to me and my team 24/7, even outside of the calls. You get access to a private community of like-minded e-commerce entrepreneurs that you can learn from and learn with. And you also get unfiltered access and behind-the-scenes look at what we're doing in our multi-7-figure online stores. Yes, this is the same package that produced these results, guys. Remember Asel, he's doing $4,000 per day. All right. We also have this student here, Anonymous, $4,000 a day. This student here was doing $140,000 in 3 months. Michelle, who's doing $10,000 in a week. Now, I want tonight to be life-changing for you guys, okay? Like I said, tonight only, I'm giving out a certain amount of scholarships. Okay, $1,000 scholarship towards your tuition. And I'm also giving away the access to the 7-figure case study on top of everything else you get that's showing on the screen, right? Lifetime access to the curriculum, 6 live coaching calls, full hands-on support, direct access to me and my team, private community for like-minded individuals, and also behind-the-scenes look of our 7-figure online stores. Now, why should you invest in a mentor? Because if I'm being honest with you guys, you wouldn't be on this call tonight if you already felt like you could do all of this alone. You'd already be making 6-7 figures with your online stores. Why would you even be on this call, right? I'm not trying to discourage you, but rather encourage you to take the path I wish I did, guys. Why would you want to waste all of the money, go through all of the stress, risk giving up on it entirely when you could just take the fast track? If you're skeptical about investing, take it from someone who runs this business every day. Investing in a mentor who actually is the cheapest way to grow this business, guys, because you're not playing a guessing game, right? You have the direct path, the direct process, system, strategies. There's no trial and error. It's so easy to burn thousands of dollars when it comes to bad products, ads ran incorrectly, suppliers burning you, and everything in between. Investing in a mentor is the way to grow your business in record time while also avoiding all the common mistakes that beginners make. And of course, all while still getting to that end goal of 6 figures next year, guys. When you operate in an industry as big as e-commerce, all it takes is one product to make meaningful change in your life. One product to absolutely change your life. You don't need hundreds of products. It takes one, guys. And once you hit that one product, you've also developed a skill set that will pay for a long time, and you can continue replicating the process with the next product and the next product. So, what are we doing on our next 30 days together, guys? Tonight, you book an interview call to work with me and my team. Week 1, you'll get onboarded, start going through the course content and attending coaching calls. Week 2, you'll be testing winning products with me and my team. Week 3, by now, we should be finding your first winning product to help you build out your online stores fully. Week 4, we'll be helping you launch and scale your ads as we help you ramp up your first $1,000 day. You guys need to give yourself a chance. I see most of you saying things like, must be nice, wish I could do that, I'd love to make that much money, I wish it was me, all this stuff. But most of you have never actually put yourself in a position where it's likely that you even succeed. Have you ever thought about that? Tonight, you have that opportunity to do exactly that. I want you guys to really think about that. Have you ever put yourself in a position where it's likely that you succeed? Plus, you guys even told me, the majority of you said, you've been trying to do e-com for a while and that you'd only need to be making $5,000 to $10,000 a month to consider it a success. And that is very common in the program. You have to realize that time is money. Every month you waste from here on out is a month you could have been making thousands of dollars online if you just took action with us. And here's the truth, guys. None of the people who've seen tonight came into our program with a ton of money saved up, a bunch of experience or any experience with e-commerce or any e-commerce knowledge or a crazy work ethic. The truth is they're all just normal people like you and I. They get into the program, they get plugged into our basically bulletproof system, and they see massive success. It takes action, guys. It takes effort. Okay, you have to put in the work. And guys, I've said this many times, there's no price tag for paying for speed, okay? You pay for speed. That's how you become successful. I wasted 10 years messing around with different businesses until I realized e-commerce was the one. When you invest with us and join the Ecom Wolfpack, you take what took me 10 years to master, and you get to learn it all in just a few months, guys. These mistakes cost me uncomfortable amounts of time and money, like I told you, and now you just get to take the shortcut. Don't make the same mistakes I did, guys. It fucking sucks. While you fill out your application, guys, let's answer some FAQs. Okay, these are frequently asked questions that I get often. How much capital do I need to start? You need a minimum of $2,000 to get your foot in the door. Okay, 2,000 USD. How much time do I need? Can I do this if I'm in school or work full time? Yes, most of the students work 9 to 5s, okay, and they're obviously getting to the point to quit their 9 to 5, right? Some of them are in school also, all right? People have families, people have kids. You need, like I said, 5 to 15 hours a week minimum to dedicate to this business, okay? I would say more on the side of 15 hours a week. If you have that, then you're good to go. How risky is this investment? Guys, the only reason this investment would be risky is if you don't put in the work, okay? If you come and fuck around. The investment is an investment in your future, okay? You have to pay to play. It's just how it is, guys. Scared money makes no money, all right? The risk is more what happens if you don't take action. Are you still in the same position that you are now, a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, on your deathbed regretting it? That's not the type of life you want to live, guys. That's the risk.